Hi guys, it's my final day here in Dubai. I've been here for the Misfits Andrew Tate fight. It's now like 2:30 in the morning. I'm flying home tomorrow night and I just wanted to do a little video to kind of reflect on not just this trip, but the whole YouTube journey in general. So obviously some of you probably know my story. I started this YouTube properly in 2023. I was sick. I got really, really bad health symptoms after COVID. I was in and out the hospital, heart palpitations, all sorts of bad stuff. I've done many videos on this. I'll probably pop one in the description if you want to know the full story. But I couldn't do anything with my life. I wasn't able to train, wasn't able to do anything, wasn't able to play with my little boy, and my business was taking a nosedive. So I thought to myself, do you know what? If there's any time I'm going to start YouTube, it's now, whilst I've just got more time in the house. And I was starting at 1,000 subscribers. And when I was uploading videos at that time, at the start of 2023, I was getting like 20 to 50 views on a video. And now here we are 3 years later. It's December 2025 and I'm just about to hit 300,000 subscribers. I'll probably hit it tomorrow or the day after. And it's just crazy. I think I've had something like 85 million views. And I know there's people out there who do so many more views than that and who've got so many more subscribers or even less subscribers but get more views than me. And, you know, even if I get a video that only gets like 10,000, 20,000 views, I still think to myself, wow, that's like 20,000 people. I never could have imagined that. Although I say that, I did. I knew it was going to happen. I don't really believe in manifestation. I think like manifestation, all that does is if you're just focusing on a goal constantly, like manifest. The manifestation side of things only really works if then you take daily action on those thoughts. So did I manifest this? Yes, I manifested it. It sounds so stupid. I'm aware that this like might seem egotistical and that. I'm more so just doing this video for personal documentation because I'm always gutted when I don't really have any footage at little milestones in my life. One of the reasons why I started YouTube is because I wanted to start documenting milestones, documenting my life a little bit. When I was a kid and we go on holiday, your mum and dad would bring that big fat video camera out with you. And then as you get older, you'd always go back and you'd watch them holiday videos. I used to love that. That's kind of what I wanted YouTube to be. But because I was sick, I just had to stick to reaction videos. But as time's got on, as my health has got a little bit better, as I've regained more energy, as I've regained more motivation and got back to my normal self, I've been doing more things out and about and networking with people. And this is kind of like one of the peak moments right here. Came out to Dubai. I've been here 9 times before, so it's not like Dubai is anything special, but it was more so coming out to Dubai to watch the Andrew Tate fight because I remember subscribing to Andrew Tate when I had like 3,000 subscribers and I always resonated with his message. And although he's just lost his fight, everyone has losses in their life. You know, did he look good? No. Of course not. But for me, with Andrew Tate, it's never really been about the fact, can he fight or can he not fight? It was more so just his overarching message and his personality that I gravitated towards. I mean, look at me. I'm not a great fighter. I can do a little bit. I can hold my own. But I've had 300,000 people follow me, not because I can fight, but because they resonate with me message, or they like me content, or they like me personality, or they like me take on things, or they just come to me channel for a little bit of fun. And that's kind of like why I gravitated towards Andrew Tate. And then this has kind of done a full circle moment now because I found Tate in like, was it 2019? And here we are 6 years later. I've attended the event. I'm shaking hands with all of Tate's best mates. I had Tristan Tate follow me in 2022 and I was speaking to him in the DMs, but then he got arrested. I'll pop up the screenshots right here of Tristan following me. That was like a fairly cool moment. When I'm sitting here reflecting on things, I'm just like, you know what? I've made it happen. I don't come from any privileged background or anything. My dad left when I was 12 years old. My mum was a single parent, librarian, raising me and my sister. No money to her name. I was just kind of left to my own devices. And, you know, I found my way. I found my way. But ever since I was a kid, I always had big goals. And I think most kids have big goals. Every kid has big goals, especially boys as well, because we're full of energy. And it's almost like life beats that out of you. You go through life, school, college, go to university, settle down in a normal, regular job because now you've got to pay your way. And then you just get trapped in that job. And just that life and excitement has slowly seeped out of you. But I always rejected that notion and that path. And I've always known that whatever I commit to, I will achieve. I know that because I've got a track record. Anytime I actually just go fully all in on something, I get there. At the end of 2022, I was on a staff night out and my cousin was there. and I said to my cousin, in 2023, I'm going to upload every single day on YouTube, and I'm going to get to around 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And in 2023, 10x that. I got to 100,000 in 11 months. And I just knew, yeah, there you go. I can do it. And I've built a formula for it. And as I say, it's not like I'm pulling in 300,000 views on every single video, but it's got to the point where YouTube is now a business for me. Every day I feel blessed, and I hope it continues. But that's only really defined by if I am willing to innovate and constantly improve and be self-aware enough to address which content is working and which content isn't working. And I think I'm doing that. YouTube's really put me in a really great position because, I have my gym, and that's brick and mortar, and the rent's going up there constantly. I've got 25 coaches there, or like 22 coaches. It's going good and stuff, but it doesn't quite give you location freedom, because the thing is with brick and mortar businesses is, even though it's ran in an automated manner, if you're away for long enough, you'll still get coaches messaging you here and there. Literally, whilst I was here this weekend, one of the coaches messaged me, "Hi Sean, can I have a chat?" I was like, why do you always have problems when I'm away? Whereas YouTube, it's just me and me only. Okay, I get a videographer, I get an editor here and there, but I only have to rely on myself and depend on myself. And I still think YouTube is one of the biggest untapped resources that there is. And I think if more people with passions and interests tapped into just making YouTube videos and talking about the passions and interests, I think they could escape the 9 to 5 and have a really good side hustle, and then eventually turn that side hustle into their main hustle. Once again, YouTube, it isn't really my main hustle, but it kind of is becoming my main hustle. Do you know what? It's a very fulfilling journey. It's hard, but, doing this, I've got the Burj Khalifa in the background, being here by myself. I'm missing my family, of course, and I can't wait to get home to them for Christmas. But it's good because this YouTube game allows me to do even more nice things for my family, for me 2 boys. I'm going to go to the Dubai Mall tomorrow. I'm going to get loads of toys for me boys, give them a really nice Christmas. That is all thanks to YouTube. Because one final point, the thing is with the gym or online coaching, you are subject to other people. With the online coaching side of things, people can decide to leave. People don't stick to the program. People get demotivated. They won't stop eating donuts for breakfast. They're miserable. They're depressed. They won't sort themselves out. They want hand holding. Sometimes you'll get PTs into your gym that are exactly the same, and they just don't take any initiative. You're always really dependent on other people. And even though YouTube's the same because you're dependent on people to watch your videos in order to get ad revenue, or if you're selling a service, you're dependent on people to click the links and buy your programs and your products in order to put food on the table. However, I just like YouTube because it is just completely in my control. I don't have to tell someone else what to do. I just do it, and I get the results. I just execute and I get the results. So that's the power of YouTube. Every single day I'm grateful for it. If you want any help growing on YouTube yourself, I have got a course down below. You can get that. It's worth its weight in gold if you ask me. Of course, I'm going to say that, but I truly believe it's one of the best courses out there. But mainly I just wanted to do this video to document my journey and just show a little bit of appreciation for what YouTube's brought me, because this has been a fantastic trip. There we go. Sean Jones clocking off for 2025. See you in 2026.